Hello, welcome to part 3, hopefully the final part of the ISB version 4.0 guide. We are now going to discuss inside the group. So select the main group, click, press tab, and we are now in the main group. Inside the main group. So what's going to be quickest? Probably first we'll look at the brick controls because they're up. So these are the nodes controlling both the colour and the shape of the bricks. So one's for displacement, one's for colour. By the looks of it, this one is displacement because it's black and white. Don't change them, whatever you do. And this one is for the colour. But regardless, whatever you change here needs to match on both sides. Settings on both brick nodes must match. God darn it, they've got to match. So because if you don't, you'll see what happens. So let's say I change the displacement, the offset to 0.8. See, it's all gone a bit, you've got this gap here now, but if we mirror that on this brick node, it all makes sense. So you can change the shape and the formation or the pattern of the bricks using these two, but whatever you do in one of them, do it in the other one, and there's your default. Alright, jabbly. So, next group, Principled, Dust, Dielectric, Edgeware. I might bring in a Susie for this. Monkey. Couldn't give him monkeys. Where are you? Suzanne? Suzanne? Oh, she's tiny. She's tiny. Let's put her up here and let's just give her a bit of resolution so she doesn't look so angular. Okay, and let's copy these link materials. It's going to look awful, but that's the point. So, Suzanne, where am I? Where's everything gone? There you are. So, actually, let's just reduce all displacement, which would be under displacement. Displacement amount 0. And so let's say I wanted like a skin texture or something on Suzanne here. Then I would, in order to just have one colour, I'd just make the scale of the bricks 0.01, I guess. Yeah, and now that's actually just the mortar. So let me make that bigger. Scale 0.03. Alright, 0.06. 0.1. Okay, there we go. That'll do it. That'll do it. I mean, yeah, you can do the same thing with Voronoi tiles, or I'd go Voronoi, put that onto 1. Overall scale 0.01. And now we should just have one colour. So if we go back into the group to the Principled BSDF, the roughness is fairly self-explanatory. Take that down. It's no longer rough. These are all just controls you'd be used to: specular, metallic, anisotropic, da-di-da-di-da. So we could make it metallic. Well, I haven't made it metal. But they're your bog standard controls that you'd find on the Principled BSDF. We'll get into custom colour mix. The dust is in the crevices, all the nooks and crannies. There should be that doesn't seem to be doing anything at all. It's based on ambient occlusion, but it's not functioning at all for this guide. It will function when it gets back to you, and it will just add darkness into the where there's dips and grooves and things. I'll fix that. So dielectric is anything that has a bit of electricity in it, like skin, organic stuff. This is what this is for. So if you were going for skin, you'd add a bit of subsurface to this. But this is just the most realistic way of the way light interacts with a texture, an organic texture. You'd want dielectric. You'd want to use that if you were making an organic texture. And the colour filter has just got these two colours which are being displayed at the moment. You can change them at a whim, and then using the scale, detail, roughness, you can edit how that is being displayed. And there's its colour ramp as well. Okay. Now Edgeware, I'm going to go back to, this one's also pernickety because it depends on the shape, it depends on a lot of things. So I'm going to see, it's already mixed in apparently. It looks like it's this around the eyes. So if I take that down, lots of seagulls. Yeah, you see how it's now that it's gone from around the eyes. It's adding this colour to the edges. And the edgeware shape is there, so it's very contrasty. If I bring this across, it's going to allow more of this into the rest of the monkey. So I don't want to do that really. See, right click, so that's why it's there. But that depends on the shape. You'll have to muck around with these bits and bobs. Excuse me. Custom color, should I do that now? Yes, okay, custom color here, custom color mix. So if I wanted to paint on old Suzanne, first I'd need to go into texture paint mode and then press N to bring that up. And then here I've got there's a bunch of textures ready to go. So let's say I pick the screen and I want to paint a bright pink stripe across Susie's face. So I'll do that. It's probably not going to update quickly or at all. And then this one, see it says here, custom color 2 mix is screen. Custom color is screen, custom color 2 is multiply. So if I now mix in custom color 1, which is the screen, we can see a pink stripe. And if I did the same and painted on the multiply texture instead with a dark color and then mixed in the multiply custom color 2, you'd have the dark color. So that's how you do, excuse me, the custom colors basically. Okay, and I'm going to Control Z that until that line disappears. There it goes. So that's how you'd mix those two in. And custom color, so these are the, if you wanted to add your own images, you'd put them in here. This is the screen, this is the multiply, and it's the same for custom roughness. If you wanted your own roughness that you've painted in, paint it here and then mix it in custom roughness. Okay, that's that side sorted. Now FX1, 2, these are going to be related to the custom color. I haven't marked those up and I should do. So this is the custom color effects. 1, 2, 3. They are using these modes. So what you change here, so color effects 3, green and white, it's using color effect 3 is using overlay. So it's using these colors in an overlay fashion. I don't know how to explain overlay. I know what it does, but explaining it, that's another ball game. And custom colors. So the first one you know is using screen, this one's using multiply, that one's using overlay. So you can change those here. What we're looking at now, that's 9 minutes. Okay, texture baking is going to have to be its own tutorial. I'm so sorry, it will be a 4th. So let's take that off and let's move over to let's go back to the plane cube thing, because I'm going to add some more. I'm going to put some displacement back, so I'm going to go back to the main group, displacement effects, and we shall have 0.5. See that 0.1. Oh, I know what I've done here, because all my bricks are set to scale 0.01 or something. So let's take off Voronoi tiles and let's put the bricks back up to scale 5, 10. Why am I getting no displacement? I'm getting absolutely no displacement. Oh, 5, I'm using the wrong thing. Pillock. So I need to hide the monkey. Suzanne, where are you? Monkey. Right, so there we go. It's just because of the scale and I was changing the wrong thing. 0.5 for strength. Okay, back to these. So, what would I do in now? What's going on with Blender? Oh, Blender's not... Is it responding? It's not responding. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm still recording, but Blender... There we go. We're good. I need to see this to make sure I'm not in edit mode. I'm in edit mode or something. Okay. So I'm going to go back to object mode. Right, let's get back in here, shall we? So, abstract. If I mix this in with 1, this is just a muck around. I mean, this is, you know, it's just repetition, repeated textures, but there's loads of different textures to mix together. It's on brick color, so I would probably, no, you need to mix in the color. So abstract color mix, put that to 1. So it's just a weird way of just making shapes. You've got, again, these don't bake, the horizontal and vertical orientation. You've seen what those do. At the moment, it's on a full mix of Voronoi. If I put that 0, I can mix in the wave texture, or the Musgrave texture, or the magic, and you can just mix them together and just, you know, 0.5 of the wave, maybe 0.2 of the wave. This is just about mucking about, literally. Other than that, it's just mucking about. Do what you will with that, but there's the colours and there's the textures, whichever one you're using, wave, Voronoi, noise, they're all there. And that's the shape. So it's quite open at the moment. If I was to bring that and contrast it, well, it would go like that. There's too much white. Way too much white. Yeah. So it's just forcing out more of the geometry. You see? If I took the black up, it would just create holes. Or not. Yeah. Just muck around with that. That's only there for mucking about with. That's it, really. 12 minutes. Okay, so finally we'll look at Emission. So let's put that to 0. Let's get the colour off. Again, if you put this scale to 0.01 like I did, and it was just, there was no displacement, you can mix in the emission, so it kind of looks like I made this for like stars and things like that. So that is now glowing. There's the strength, it's on 15, and then you've got a scale filter for all that stuff, and do what you like with that, really. There's the colours, and there's the colour ramp. You know, you can kind of have a muck about with that, can't you? On your own time. That is it for everything apart from texture baking, which I will do in its own guide next. Okay, there's a lot. Oh, the bump node's there. That's the bump node, that is. You can use that if you want. That's everything. I know it's a lot there, but you'll get used to it. And it's a good crack. Okay, we're done until the next one, which will be texture baking, and then it's all over. I've been Nick, you have been you. I will see you in the next one. So long.